Hello everyone. Let's do another estimation question. Before that, 2 points that we usually discuss is in these type of questions, everybody is looking for an approach rather than a perfect answer. So we will go through an equations, and then equation will give us an answer, and then we will look at it like how confident we are for that particular answer. So today's question is, how many Amazon data centers are there? So first and foremost, as we always go by the clarification that what do you want to ask, or what do you want to know, wherever you feel like there is certain information is not available. So we can ask a question, what do we mean by the data center? So anybody who has worked a little bit on the technical side, they know that in Amazon there are regions rather than the data center. But let's assume that the interviewer still want to ask about the data centers, and then he can give a hypothesis around, he can give more information around that how many are there, like data center which are the centers where all the data is getting stored. And again, because of the certain rules and regulations, you cannot have that at one location because of the security and everything. So I will try to tackle this. Again, goes by the sum of the number which I can initially think of, and then I can say that, hey, in world right now there are 200 countries. In the 200 countries, I'm saying that not all of them will have their own individual data center. So there are 100 countries which are so small because of the demand or because of the security concern itself, that we are saying that 100 will never have any, or as of today, they don't have data centers. So I'm starting with the 100. So in 100, now let's quickly see the graph. I am saying that when we are starting with very small number, then it is something like, maybe my drawing is not right, but let's assume that there are 80% of countries have maybe one or two, and the remaining, because these 20 are much more developed, can have a number between 5 to 20. So if I take this as a stat, I am saying 80 countries multiply by 1, remaining is 20 countries multiply by, let's say, take an average between 5 to 20 is 10. Based on this, 80 plus 200 is basically 280 data centers, that based on our at high level estimate that are coming. Now it's again goes to a little bit deeper on what you know about this type of concept, that whether 280 is somewhat right or wrong. I feel a little bit more confident about, I would say, 200 or maybe 150ish. But in the initial start of the equation, or the initial start of estimation, I am also confident that 280 or 300 can be a good number in terms of the data center, because at one location you can have multiple data centers as well. And I know a little bit about these. That's why I'm saying that in one location there are multiple buildings, and then somebody is saying that each building is an individual data center, so that if there is a fire threat or if there is a different threat, the other building is still safe. So that's why I'm saying that 300, 280 or even 250 is a good number to have an first start of your estimation, or you're a little bit more confident on this estimation. That's all for today. Let's meet another estimation question next time.